What's up YouTube, Adam here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you the unboxing of this, the absolute beast that is the HTC One Max. Now, as you guys know, a lot of you will know, I absolutely fell in love with the HTC One. It is still my favourite Android smartphone of the year. In fact, probably my favourite smartphone of the year in total, and this one is exactly the same, but it's an absolute beast of a phablet. Just before we start, to let you know, I actually bought this from buymobiles.net, and you can go and pick up a similar deal from their website at buymobiles.net. Fantastic prices on all smartphones and contracts. Now let's get into the unboxing. I'll just show you the packaging first of all, and while that's up there I'll read out what we've got here on the back. So it's only a Snapdragon 600, so a slightly older CPU, but that really doesn't matter so much with the HTC Sense. 1.7 gigahertz quad-core CPU. This one is a 5.9-inch 1080p screen, and this thing really has got some other fantastic specs. But you can check all those specs out on the website. Let's get into this unboxing and take a look at the beast that is the HTC One Max. So these boxes are a bit of a bitch to get the lid off, and there we go, presented very, very nicely indeed, right there on the top, and straight away you can see this thing is an absolute mammoth of a phone. And the really nice thing about this one is that you can actually put SDXC, is it SDXC? Micro SD cards up to 64 gig, whereas on the other HTC One you couldn't, it was unexpandable. So a really nice kind of extra on the HTC One Max. Now just before we get into that, for those of you that do love to see what else we get in the box, and in fact it probably was worth doing that because you get something slightly different in this box. You get a little plastic case. So let's take this out of the wrapper. So this is like a kind of hard shell plastic case that goes on the back of obviously the HTC One Max, which is quite nice of them to include a little freebie like that, whether you're going to use it or not. If you're like me and you like rolling naked with your smartphones, then obviously not. But, you know, again, it's nice to have anything extra for free. Little USB cable in there, some earphones that really aren't anything spectacular, and a main socket as well. So anyway, that's out of the way. Let's look at the important bit, and that is the phone itself. And straight away I can tell you, in terms of size, this thing is absolutely huge. For those of you that follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you will have seen some pictures that I put up of this earlier. If you don't, check out the links in the description and make sure you're following for all of the up-to-date news. Now, this phone in particular really does feel like an absolute beast. You can see it in my hand there. It is absolutely huge, and it's actually quite heavy as well when you hold on to it. It really does feel quite weighty in the hands. Now let's take a little bit of a tour around. First up, on the front there, we get these incredible boom sound speakers that I just absolutely love. Fantastic for media consumption. Also on the front there, we get that 2.1 megapixel camera. And the thing I love about the HTC One's cameras was they were extremely wide angle and also very good quality as well. But that extra wide angle on the HTC One cameras, I really did like that feature. Now, round on the back, and something that is very different to the HTC One, we have actually got the fingerprint reader. Now this particular fingerprint reader is not one like you get on the iPhone 5S where you just touch it. You actually have to roll your finger over the top of it. So that is how you use the fingerprint reader. We've also got the camera there on the back, and you really can tell from me holding it just how huge this phone is. Now give me 1 second and I'm going to grab some other phones so we can just test out the size equivalence. Okay, so here we go. Now first up, let's compare it to the original HTC One, just so you can get a size comparison there, and you can see it really is much, much bigger than the you know, the original HTC One. Just look at that size difference, and I just absolutely love the build quality of the HTC Ones. Now next up, let's compare it to another beast of a phone, and in fact I'm bringing you my review of this week, and this is the Xperia Z Ultra. And just look at the size difference. The Xperia Z Ultra is just a phenomenon. It's absolutely huge, even bigger than the HTC One Max. And then the last one I'll just compare it to you with is the iPhone 5S. And there you go, you can see just how tiny the iPhone 5S is in comparison to the HTC One Max. So there you go, guys. That is my unboxing. I am very, very much looking forward to bringing you guys my full review on this. Got loads of reviews coming in over the next couple of weeks, and this one will be obviously one of the later ones. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next video. See ya.